making sure that your spine is really long as you take your deep breaths. Breathe in really deeply through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's do that a couple of times, breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And now just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Noticing if you are gripping in any part of your body, if any muscle is feeling really tight. And see if you can relax those areas with your breath. Starting with our alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to use our thumb and our fourth and fifth finger. You can fold your second and third finger in. With your thumb, just gently bring it to your right nostril and then breathe in through the left nostril. Breathe out through the left nostril. Breathe in through the left nostril. Close your left nostril with your fourth and fifth finger. Lift your thumb and breathe out through the right nostril. Breathe in right. Close both nostrils. Lift your fourth and fifth finger up and breathe out left. Breathe in left. Close both nostrils. Breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close both nostrils. Breathe out left. Breathe in left. Close both nostrils. Breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close both nostrils. Hold your breath in. Breathe out left. Breathe in left. Close both nostrils. Breathe out right. Last round, breathe in right. Close both nostrils. Breathe out left. Breathe in left. Close both nostrils. Breathe out right. Releasing your arms, your hands back to your knees, chest up, and stay here and take a few deep breaths. And we're going to begin Kapalabhati. So with our Kapalabhati breath, remember we're trying to squeeze the belly in under the belly button. Allow the organs to fall down as you squeeze in. So it's a gentle inhale, and where the force comes from is going to be your exhale breath. And so we're going to go for Kapalabhati, then we'll take a deep inhale, and then we'll hold the breath, and then exhale, we'll walk hands forward. Take a few deep breaths here, and then we'll come back up. And so we'll do 3 rounds of Kapalabhati. So sit up really straight, shoulders down, and perhaps you lean forward just a little bit to relax your belly. So let's just take a few deep breaths first. So breathe in, and just breathe out. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, and we'll begin Kapalabhati on our next exhale. Inhale halfway, and begin. Take a deep inhale. Hold your breath. And then exhale, walk your hands forward. Stay here for a breath. Bringing your torso back up. Palms up or palms down. For this Kapalabhati round, lift your arms, make a fist, and allow your thumbs to go up towards the ceiling. Draw our shoulder blades towards your low back. And we'll start our Kapalabhati. Inhale halfway. Exhale, begin. Inhale, hold, exhale, fold forward. Last round. Coming back up. Arms up. Make a fist. Thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling. Draw your shoulder blades towards your low back. Inhale halfway. And exhale, begin. Keep going as you bring your arms down. Take a deep inhale. Hold. And exhale, fold forward. And coming back up, lift your torso. Spine long, chest up, shoulders down. Take a really deep inhale. Hold your breath. Bring your chin to your chest, Jala Bandha. Engage Uddiyana Bandha. Press your belly button in and up. And engage Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor muscle. Lift chin. Exhale your breath out. Take a deep inhale. Hold your breath. Jala Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and lift up into Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor muscle. Lift chin. Exhale your breath out. Change the cross of your legs. Now we're going to go for the bandhas again, and this time we're going to do that Anuswiti Mudra, where you lift up into your anal sphincter, and we try to go for 50. Now, if you can't do a 50, just do as many as you can, and then when you feel as though you want to breathe, you lift your chin and you exhale the breath out. But we try to see if we can hold it for 50 of the little mudra. So sit up really straight, shoulders down. Take a deep inhale. Hold your breath, Jala Bandha, chin to chest. Uddiyana Bandha, belly button in and up. And engage Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor muscle. And then see if you can go for 50 mudras. And once you have exhaled your breath out, just come to stillness with your eyes closed, taking a few moments, just focusing on your breath. Gently open your eyes. Let's start with our left foot. Take your left leg forward. So as you take your left leg forward, keep a bend in your left knee. And let your left toes, the little toe, go down towards the floor. You can make this determination if you want the foot kind of in front of your body or if it feels better going out to the side. But we want to keep the knee bent and little toe on the floor. Lead with your heel, so we keep taking our heel forward. And then walk your chest forward. And then move your hips side to side like you're walking. And then begin to bring your awareness to your breath. And get really curious if you start to feel something interesting in certain muscles. So since this is first thing in the morning, you don't have to go as deep, so listen to your body. Walking your hands over your left foot, over to the left side of your mat. Still moving hips forward. Walk your hands back to the center, to the front. Leading with your chest, like you're trying to take your chest closer towards the floor. To go a little bit deeper into the pose, you can lift one hand up, maybe both hands up. Still leading with your chest. Walk your hands back to easy pose, Sukhanasana. And then you might begin to notice there's a difference between your left and right hip. So let's switch sides. So you bend your left knee, lead with your heels like you're trying to take your heel towards the front edge of your mat. Keep your knee bent as you let the little toe go towards the floor, so we have this external rotation right at our hip joint while we're still keeping dorsiflexion in the foot. And then you start to bend at your waist for more flexion in your hips. And you start to just rock side to side because remember, fascia is more of a spiral, so we're just getting deep into fascia. Lead with your chest towards the floor so you can keep as much as you can lengthen to your low back. Deep inhales. Walk your hands over towards the right, over your right leg. Back to center. So if you were wondering where you can go with this pose, you can always take your foot behind your head because you're right there. You can take your foot right behind your head. That's what this is a prep for. Lift one arm up maybe, lift both as you reach forward, lead with your chest. Hands back to the mat. Come back to Sukhanasana, easy pose. And once again, just kind of notice if you feel a little difference between your left and right hip. Take your legs forward, shake it out. We're still sitting on our blocks. Bend your knees. Now, see if you can take your feet maybe as wide as your blocks. And you'll kind of see how that really is in line with your hip joint. So this is really what hip distance apart looks like in your feet. And then we try to see if we can bring the feet even closer towards the block while we still keep length into the low back. Maybe, perhaps, you can lift your butt an inch off the block. So the butt is just hovering on the block. And then come back down to a seat. Lift butt up. And back down. Let's try that 2 more times. Lift your butt. And down. Last one, we're going to lift the butt and come into a forward fold. So lift your butt, come all the way up, forward fold. Moving your hips side to side. Ragdoll, grab onto opposite elbows and use your elbows to traction your torso forward so you get length in the side of your body. And you can always, like a pendulum, swing your body side to side, or you can go from some little twist in your spine. Release your hands to the floor. And for this first one coming up, you can roll up vertebra by vertebra, coming all the way up to standing at the top of your mat. Shake it out. Interlace fingers. Let's go for a little mobility in our wrists. Let's go for some circles in your wrists. Deep inhales. Wrist mobility the other direction. Relax the hands down to the side and just begin to go for a little bounce, bouncing into your feet, your knees, your hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists. Relax your jaw. Cool. Just come to stillness. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale, bring your chin to your chest. Exhale, take your head back. Inhale to chest. Exhale back, and do that a few times. Inhale. Exhale, take the head in some circles. See if you can do that with you holding your breath. Circles in the other direction. back to center, look side to side. And exhale, breath out. Moving into shoulders, taking your arms forward and back. And notice what's going on with your breath. Making sure you're focusing on those deep inhales. And get really loose in your hands. Allow your hands to be really floppy. Arms out to the side and just swing side to side. Then you can allow your arms to be even floppy and they hit you. It's almost like you get a little, maybe massage on your shoulder and your low back. Release the arms and begin to make your hula hoop kind of move where you're moving with your hips. I like to see how far back and how forward I can go. Even side to side. Feel like a rubber band. Which I personally think that if we were rocking this move at 80, that'd be really awesome. Take the circles in the other direction. So we get into all those muscle, maybe a little even, for me, I feel it a lot in tensa fascia lata since I have a little injury right there. I can really feel this when I move my hips. Come back to center, just take it side to side. Get into your ankles. So make sure you're shifting into your feet. Shake it out. Grab onto one of your blocks. Place the block to the front of your mat. Place the ball of your right foot onto the block, heel onto the floor. Step back with your left leg. And you can start to lift up onto the left toes. Notice what's going on with your ankle. Don't let the ankle fall in towards the big toe side of the foot. Let the ankle still be really centered. So you have to kind of let it drift more towards the little toe side of your foot. With your left foot, maybe step it behind the right, and you keep maybe bringing the foot a little bit closer in towards the block. And you'll start to feel this really getting into your calf. And keep walking it closer. Deep inhales. And gently step off the block, walk around, and kind of see if you feel the difference between your left and right calf. And then we're going to switch sides. Place the ball of your left foot onto your block, left heel on the floor. Step your right leg behind you. And then you can lift the heel of the right foot off the floor. And notice if your ankle is starting to cave in, and make sure you're kind of driving it towards the little toe side of your foot. So you can always just stay here and you'll still get the benefit of getting into gastrocnemius and soleus, your calf muscles. Or perhaps with your right foot, you start to step it closer towards the block. Two more deep inhales. Step off the block. Walk around and see if you feel a little difference between your calves. Right leg. So with your right leg, bring it forward. So right leg is forward. It's just kind of hovering. Left arm is forward. Right arm's behind you. Okay, we got that movement. Now you're going to switch. You're going to take the leg behind you. Right arm comes forward, left arm behind you. Just like we're walking. And just swing it. And that's the movement that we're doing. So robot is when I'm stepping the right leg and right leg. This is robot. So we don't want robot. We want the right leg forward, right arm behind. Next time your right leg is forward, grab onto your right shin with both hands. Keep your left leg straight, shoulders down and chest up, and deep inhales. Tilt your right hip towards the right as you lean torso towards the left. Hips back to center. Tilt your hips towards the left as you lean torso right. Moving into abduction and abduction of your hips. Coming back to center. Take your hips forward as you lean torso back. Back to center. Deep inhales. With your right knee, swing it side to side, swinging left and right. Take your knee over towards the left. Cross your body. Left leg straight, shoulders down. Leg back to center. Take the leg over towards the right, still holding on with both hands. Back to center. Release your leg to the floor. Ooh, maybe that left is cooking. Good. So we start swinging the left leg forward and back. So as we swing the leg, we also begin to swing the arms. Deep inhales, no robot. So when the left leg is going forward, right arm is going forward, just like you're walking. Next time the leg is forward, grab onto the shin with both hands, chest up, right leg straight. So it's not so much about lifting this knee, because I want your arms to be straight also. Lift your rib cage away from your waist. Get length in your spine. And just notice the sensations you feel. So perhaps you start to feel sensations in your calf. Take a deep inhale. With your exhale, take your hips over to the left, torso right. Inhale, center. Exhale, hips to the right, torso left. Oops. Back to center. Whoa. Take your hips forward as you lean back. So now reflection in our left hip and extension in the right hip. Back to center. Let the knee go side to side. Rotation over your right hip now as we let the knee swing side to side. Take your knee over towards the right. See how far you can take the knee to the right without moving your right foot. So hold on to the shin with both hands. Take the knee over to the left. Leg back to center. Both feet onto the floor. Awesome. Shake it out. Whew. Open your feet hip distance apart. Bring your elbows on top of your shins and just sit hips low. So feet hip distance apart like we did with our blocks to measure. So hip distance apart really isn't that wide. height because we're measuring with the hip joint. Keep length into your low back, so don't start to slouch in your spine. So no rounding in your low back. Tilt your tailbone or your sit bones towards the back edge of your mat to keep length into your spine. Shift your weight into your heels and sit hips a little bit lower. Sit hips a little bit lower. Take your arms along your ears. And sit your hips low. See if you can keep your hips maybe on the same height with your knees. So we're sitting hips really low. And just moving the hips just an inch. They go up and down just a little inch. We'll call this some little quad burners. They're trying to heat up the quads. And we keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, forward fold. Either keeping your feet hip distance apart or heel ball feet together. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, hands to the floor, step your right leg back. Bring your right knee to the mat. Point your back toes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor and step back to plank. Spread your fingers wide in your plank. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears. Engage Uddiyana Bandha, push belly button in towards your spine. Shift shoulders past wrists. And exhale, Chaturanga, all the way to your belly, squeeze elbows in. Inhale, up dog or cobra or sphinx. Exhale, down dog. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step the foot between your hands, maybe bringing it close to your right hand. Left knee to the mat, point your back toes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. And step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, long spine. Palms can touch, and you can look at your thumbs. Exhale, release your arms down to the side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, bend at your waist. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins. Lengthen your low back. Hands to the floor, step your left leg back. Bring your knee to the mat, point your toes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor and step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step the leg forward. Right knee to the mat, point your toes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise, long spine. Exhale, release your hands along your body. Inhale, arms up. Perhaps you go for a mini back bend as you take hips forward and lean back slightly. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, Chaturanga, step, jump, or walk. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift heels, bend knees, look forward, stay here. So making sure to bring your belly button towards your low back. Look forward, and we're just going to go for 3 donkey kicks. So you bend your knees a lot, and then you go for 3 little hops. And then once you've done your 3, back to your down dog. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. Step, jump, or walk to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise, long spine. Exhale, release your arms down to your side. Chair, sit hips low, swing arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, Chaturanga, step, jump, or walk. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Rotate the eye of your elbow towards the front of your mat. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step the leg forward. Turn your back heel down. Inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank and Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, rotate the eye of your elbow forward, triceps back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step the leg forward. Turn your back heel down. Inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 1. Rotating your hips towards the front edge of your mat, lift your chest. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, Chaturanga. Elbows in. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Three donkey kicks. Lift your heels, bend knees, look forward, and go for your 3 hops. And then once you've done your 3, back to your down dog. Lift heels, bend knees, look forward, step, jump, or walk to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Chair, sit hips low towards the ground as you lift arms up. Come all the way up, release your arms down to the side, Samastiti. chair, sit hips low, swing arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga, step, jump, or walk. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step the leg forward, turn your back heel down. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Open your arms wide. You can open your legs. Drishti to look at your front middle finger. Bend a lot into your front knee. Shoulders over your hips. Flip your front hand. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Shoulders away from your ears. Creating space in the right side of your body. Windmill your hands to the floor and step back. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step the leg forward. Turn your back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Drishti to look at your front middle finger, shoulders away from your ears. Deep inhales. Flip your front hand up, reverse your warrior. Windmill your hands to the floor, step back, Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Down doggy. Lift heels, bend knees. Making your way to the top of your mat, step, jump, or walk. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, stay in your forward fold. Step your right leg behind you. Turn your feet parallel, coming into a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. And begin to just move your knees side to side. It might even feel good to move your hips. Inhale, lift halfway. Now let's start on the right foot. Turn all your toes towards the right. And then bring your left foot in, let's say about 3 feet from the right. You want to make sure that your hips are kind of square, so you can always place your hands onto your hips to make sure you're not doing some rotation with your hip. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over your front leg, coming into pyramid. Inhale, lift halfway. With your left hand, either bring it to the inside of your right foot or maybe to the outside of your right foot. Lift your right arm, coming into revolve triangle. And you can always place your hand onto a block or anything that can lift your hand. Release both hands to the floor. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot as you walk your torso towards the left foot to go to pyramid on the left side. So square your hips, make sure your hips are pretty leveled, and keep length into your low back. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, drape your body over your front leg. And you can always have this softness in your front knee, especially if you have really tight hamstrings. Deep inhales. Stay here or revolve your triangle. Right hand either to the inside or the outside of your left foot. And you can lift your left arm up towards the sky. Releasing both hands to the floor, walk your hands forward and step back to your down dog. Plank. Chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Making your way into Sphinx, forearms onto your floor, chest up. Walk your knees as wide as your mat, and then bring the soles of your feet to touch. Keep your hips on the floor the whole time, so we're not lifting the hips to try to bring the toes down. Try to keep your hips down and see how close you can come to the floor. Some people can touch the floor with their toes and their hips down. But just notice what sensations you feel in your body. And gently release the legs back to the floor. They can be really wide as you lift chest up. Begin to bring your legs a little bit closer in towards each other. With your right knee, take it over to the right. So it's at a 90-degree angle with your right knee. Trying to see, especially with your right thigh, if you could bring your right thigh close to the floor. If that's going well, you stay right here. Or maybe you start to take the arms straight and lift chest up. Still trying to keep your thigh as close as you can to the floor. If you have space, you can always take your right leg straight also. But if not, you can keep the right knee bent. Bringing your torso back to the floor, back to Sphinx, and swing your right leg behind you. And we go to the other side. Left knee out to the side. It's at a 90-degree angle, so your hip and knee are on the same line. Stay here, or you can take the arms straight. As much as you can, trying to keep that hip onto the floor. Gently release. Take both legs straight behind you. Up dog, but for this up dog, keep your knees on the mat. Draw your shoulder blades away from the ears. Let your chest go forward. Eye the elbow towards the front edge of your mat. Deepen your breath. We can imagine that we all have Tamika's little boy sitting on our hips to try to bring our hips closer towards the floor. Just that light weight as we still lift the chest. Deep inhales. You might be able to even walk your hands even closer, but still keep the knees on the floor and draw our chest up. To come out of the pose, just lay on your belly. Crocodile. Bend your elbows, stack the hands on top of each other, palms face the floor, and you bring your head onto the back of your hands. Bend your knees and just tick-tock the knees or the legs side to side. Take your legs straight and roll over onto your back. Take your legs straight up in the air, waterfall, leading with your heels. You can even go for internal, external rotation of your legs, turning your toes in towards each other, then out, moving with your whole leg. So as the toes go in, internal rotation, toes out, external rotation. So what we're really looking at is this movement at the hip joint itself. That's why we're saying internal and external rotation. Bend your knees, bring your feet onto the floor, take your arms along your body, palms faced up. Press your feet down into the mat. Take an inhale, then with your exhale, lift your hips, come into bridge. Bringing the shoulder blades in towards your spine as you press your feet down into the mat. You're attempting to bring your chest to your chin, not your chin to your chest. So that means we're trying to lift the chest up. And we get that with making sure that we've opened up our hip flexors to be able to lift your hips. Inhale. Exhale, release, upper back, mid back, low back. Take your legs up in the air and shake it out. So we're going to do that 5 more times. Feet onto the floor. However, you either keep your arms along your body or you prep to get ready to go into Dhanurasana. If you're going for Dhanurasana, your wheel, you let the pinky kind of hang off the edge of the mat, thumb in line with your ears, elbows in. So with a press down into the floor, you're going to press up into bridge or wheel. Take an inhale. Exhale, press up into bridge or wheel. Slowly coming down, upper back, mid back, low back. Take your legs up in the air, and this time take your arms in the air and shake it out. feet to the floor and press up into your bridge or wheel. So we press up. And come down. Shake it out. Oh. 3 more. Whenever you're ready, feet to the floor, hands to the floor, press up into your bridge or wheel. So you press up. Then you come down. Shake it out. 2 more, bridge or wheel. When you're ready, you shake it out. Last one. Go for it. When you are ready, you press up. And see if you can hold for a 5 count, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So press up into bridge or wheel. And then slowly come down. Legs up, shake it out. And releasing into Shavasana, taking your legs as wide as your mat, resisting that urge to go for a twist. Just allow your body, your back to feel all the work that we just did. And see if you can calm your body down with your breath. Begin to move your toes, moving your fingers. Going as slow as you need to so we can come to a seated position. You can start to move your knees, your arms, whatever feels good. Just go, taking your time to get there. And we're going to come to a seat. And you can use your blocks again and sit on your blocks or your block. Just like we started, coming back into Sukhanasana, bringing your feet close towards the blocks, knees falling down towards the floor and chest up. So notice perhaps you're a totally different person than when we first started our practice. Relax your jaw. And we're going to go for for 1 minute. And so you just, when you do your you try to really see if you can allow that to come really deep from your belly. You're trying to do some really deep so that way you can increase the vibration in your body. So we'll go for 1 minute, and then after that we'll sit still for a few breaths. And so I'll tell you when you're at your last So I'll go last 1. So that means you're close to that minute. So before we start, we sit up straight, shoulders down. And now you can always sit with your feet close to the block. If it feels better to sit like this, you can also sit with your knees bent, and you can have a block between your feet. That could be 1, 2, 3, how many blocks you need. You can have those so that way you can sit comfortably. Now, say that this isn't comfortable for you to sit in either of those ways. You can always take your legs straight. That's available for you also. You just want to find a way that you can feel really comfortable and your spine is long. So find that space where you can feel really comfortable. Making sure your spine is long and chest down. And we're going to start with our 1 minute Om. So wherever you are in your breath, exhale everything out. Inhale. And start. Last one. Anjali Mudra, bring your hands to your heart. Living from a place of gratitude. Living from a place of bliss. Spend your day being in the present moment and being happy for the present moment. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.